Hello and welcome. In this presentation, we will look for a very important topic in the engineering field. So the topic is best laptops for engineering students and professionals. It is a common practice when a student starts the career of engineering, he or she will follow the knowledge of how to choose the best laptop for the career. So in this presentation, we will look for a complete guide to high-performance computing for engineering work. As you know, engineering work will cover the electronics, the power of solar systems, EVs, the power plants, industries, and other control systems in the electrical engineering, or especially in the industries. So let's move forward. Why engineers need powerful laptops? So to answer these questions, we need to consider different categories. The first one is in the engineering field, we have complex computer-aided design and simulation software. So these computer-aided designs and simulation softwares require higher processing power. So high processing power goes from 40 watt up to 125 watt of power. So for this purpose, we need a powerful computer to generate or to transfer this much of energy. The second purpose is multi-core processors essential for parallel computing tasks 10 plus core. Why we should focus on multi-core processors? As you know, for the different scenarios and softwares that will work in engineering design, they need a lot of tasks to be done at the same time. For this purpose, we need processors of multi-core. So at the first, for the basic level, we need 10 plus cores. The third category is large data sets, and 3D modeling demand substantial RAM. To run the 3D modeling of our materials, of our models, of our devices, and to run the data sets which are in a large model, data sets of a PV plant, data sets of a nuclear plant. So we do need on having a higher RAM, random access memory. So the lowest level is 16 gigabyte, but we need more than 16 gigabyte. Less I demand a 32 gigabyte. The fourth point is graphics. Intensive graphics, which comes with intensive applications, need dedicated GPU acceleration. We are often familiar with a graphic card, and we do know that the best graphic card which comes in this part is from NVIDIA, and it obviously describes the graphical work with the designing or with the gaming. Gamers look for this card for the gaming, but engineers look for this specific device for simulation and rendering. The fifth option is long compilation times to benefit from fast SSD storage. So if we are looking to use our computer, so we need these are the options that we need. The fifth one is our storage, 520 gigabyte or 1000 gigabyte. The sixth option is professional reliability, crucial for project deadlines. Obviously, the computer must be reliable. You should be convinced that the project that you're looking for would be done by this computer, and there will be no stress on changing or asking a friend for a computer. So these are the reasons, and these are the fields or options that we should have a powerful laptop. So what are the specifications for laptops that we are looking in the engineering field? We have divided this phase, the specification into 4 parts. The first one is processors, second graphics, memory, and the end is connectivity. Processor requirements. What we should look as a processor central processing unit into the laptops. We can look for a Intel processor of i7 or i9, or we can see AMD Ryzen 7 or AMD Ryzen 9. The minimum cores here comes with 6 of 12 threads, but let's look at the 10 plus cores, and base clock for these processors is 3 GHz. Let's look at 4.8 GHz. Graphic displays had dedicated GPU RTX 4060 display of around from 15 to 17 and full HD minimum resolution. Memory storage, 16 GB of RAM is enough, but we can also focus on a higher level of 32 GB preferred. A 512 GB memory, hard disk memory of solid state drive in minimum is better, but a TB is the most better. NVMe for faster data access. Connectivity and build, multiple USB port, HDMI display port output, robust build quality, and good thermal management. So as we have gone through the specification, now let's discuss about the top laptop recommendations in 2024 and 2025. We have different brands of laptops. We can say Asus ROG Strix, Dell Alienware, Lenovo, Acer Predator, and Apple MacBook. We have 5 models of different laptops from different industries, and they have the capability to work very well. The base level is a Intel i7 of 13th generation with RTX 4070 of 16 GB RAM, which comes with an economic price of $1,800. Likewise, Alienware i9 14th generation RTX 4080 with 32 GB is also one of the best purchased laptops for the engineering projects. We have Lenovo Legion Pro and Acer Predator Helios, and also Apple MacBook Pro M4. The highest computer here is Apple MacBook Pro with the price of starting price of $3,500. Let's go further. As you can see in here, we have the 5 laptops which are mostly purchased and well working for engineering products are here. The ROG Strix, Alien, Legion, Predator, and MacBook Pro laptops, which are the best from the economic one, ROG Strix, to the most expensive one with the highest specs of MacBook Pro Apple laptop. So what is the best budget-friendly options? We have 2 levels in here: entry level and mid-range. Entry level starts from 1,200 and mid-range starts from 1,800. We have different models, like for the entry level Asus TUF Gaming A15, for mid-range Asus ROG Strix G15, and the same way we have Lenovo IdeaPad Gaming, Acer Nitro 5, HP Pavilion Gaming. So for entry level, the features can be from AMD Ryzen 5 7 to or Intel i5 i7, GTX 1650 to RTX 3050, a RAM of 16, and a hard disk of SSD hard disk of 512 GB. But for mid-range, with a little bit more of capabilities of the laptop, we can have Intel i7, AMD Ryzen 7, RTX 4060, 4070, and a RAM of up to 30 GB and 1 TB SSD hard disk. So about the essential engineering softwares that we can run with these computers and have a better result, we can talk of MATLAB, SolidWorks, Ultimate Designer, Autodesk Revit, TIA Portal, Factory IO, KiCad, Hazy Idea, Fusion 316, and so on. If you don't know the usage of these softwares, I have described some of them. For example, MATLAB is a mathematical computer and algorithm development platform which mostly used in electrical and electronics engineering. TIA Portal, industrial automation and PLC programming, mostly used in industrial automation and control systems. Fusion 360 is a integrated CAD, CAM, and CAE platform, which means we have control computer aided design, computer aided manufacturing, computer aided engineering platforms, and they're also used for mechanical parts. So as a totally, this was the introduction to essential computer models for usage in engineering industry. If you're interested to purchase a computer, you can, by the level of your budget, you can choose which type of computer you want and which level do you like to use them.